Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Today with a very special review of a Chinese part due to the fact that it's Chinese New Year. Well, this is actually a 256 megabyte DDR RAM module from the company Nanya. The part number is NT256D64S88. Well, as you know, I'm hunting for silicon doodles like Easter eggs on silicon dies, and I was doing some research and found that this Nanya RAM modules have a special one fitting the occasion. Let's use a heat gun and remove the individual ICs from the RAM module. Alright, so that was a success. Now let's look at the individual RAM chips. So this is the IC I was looking for. It is a Nanya NT5DS32 RAM module chip. Let's use the heat gun and decap this chip so we can have a closer look at the silicon die. Okay, so the RAM chip is decapped with a heat gun, and as you can see here on this picture, in the middle the die is coated, and also it's visible in the microscope. There is something called a polyimide layer, which is a polymer to protect the silicon die, and this is rather difficult to remove. So I was researching a bit, and you need the right solvent, and the idea today is to use the special solvent which is called DMSO, which stands for Dimethylsulfoxide. It's rather harmless, but I read that it could work removing polyimide layers, and for that I would need to also heat up the whole thing to near the boiling point of DMSO, and that's what I want to do here. As DMSO is rather stinky, so you don't want to do that inside. I will first prepare everything here in my cellar and then do it outside where the fumes can evaporate easily. So first of all, let's fill the flask up with some DMSO. I will just use something like 50 milliliters. And now let's simply put the silicon dies which are coated into the flask, and I have also other smaller ICs which have a coating on top, which I wanted to try this method with. Okay, that's it. And now let's walk outside and prepare the experiment. Okay, so this is the setup. The heat gun is installed. Let's fire it up. Boiling point is 190 degrees. I think I will go to 150 first. Right, so 20 minutes in boiling DMSO. Let's look at the dye using the microscope. And yes, what we can see is that the coating is really, almost gone, not completely, but yeah, I think this is good enough. Now let's check the area where I think the doodle is placed. Yes, and here it is. Magnificent. The dragon. Codename Draco of the chip. Let's try to get closer. Alright folks, that's it. So to all, happy Chinese New Year, the year of the dragon. Now let's enjoy a couple of more footage on this dragon by utilizing the highest magnifications of my microscope.